this video, we're going to compare Interactive Brokers with other commonly used brokers, specifically from the perspective of budget-conscious investors. This video is not about picking stocks, predicting markets, or showing you how to trade. It's about understanding how different brokerage platforms are designed, how they approach costs and access, and how those differences affect investors who are trying to be intentional with limited money. To put that into context, major brokers today operate very differently under the hood. For example, Interactive Brokers provides access to more than 150 global markets across over 30 countries, while many consumer-focused brokers concentrate primarily on US stocks and ETFs and emphasize simplified commission-free trading. Those structural differences shape how investors interact with their money long before any investing decisions are made. I'm Erin from Your Money Friend. Let's get into it. What budget investor actually means. When people hear the term budget investor, they often assume it means someone who is inexperienced or trying to cut corners. In reality, a budget investor is usually someone who is careful with their money and wants to avoid unnecessary costs while keeping investing simple enough to stick with over time. Budget investing isn't about how much money you have, it's about how intentionally you use it. That means paying attention to fees, understanding how a platform is set up, and choosing tools that don't constantly push you to trade or make changes. When we compare brokers in this video, we're not looking for the most exciting or flashy option. We're looking for the platform that supports calm decision-making, clarity, and long-term consistency. Brokers is built very differently from most investing apps people are used to. Instead of being designed mainly for beginners, it's built as a wide access platform that gives investors the ability to access many types of markets in one place. That includes US and international stocks, ETFs, bonds, and other investment products you may not plan to use right away. One important thing to understand is that Interactive Brokers doesn't try to guide you or tell you what to do. It doesn't suggest trades, walk you through decisions, or point you toward a next step. It simply provides access and leaves it up to you to decide how, when, or if you want to use the tools available. First thing you want to do is click the link below. Now I'm on Interactive Brokers website, and from a budget investor's point of view, this matters because the platform is designed around pricing and how trades are handled behind the scenes, not around keeping you constantly engaged or active. It isn't trying to entertain you or push you to check your account every day. That can work well for people who invest infrequently and want their investing process to feel calm and intentional. At the same time, this design choice is also why Interactive Brokers can feel overwhelming at first. The platform assumes you'll decide what you need and ignore the rest. For budget investors, that can be a positive or a challenge, depending on how clear your goals are. If you know what you're using it for, the platform can feel focused and steady. If you don't, it can feel like a lot all at once. Other brokers commonly used by budget investors take a different approach, especially when it comes to how the platform looks and how quickly you're encouraged to interact with it. Platforms like Webull are designed to feel approachable right away. Go ahead and click the link down below, and when you land on this site, you immediately see clear categories like trading, investing, cash management, and recurring investments. So the goal is to make everything feel visible and easy to access from the start. For new and budget-conscious investors, this can lower this barrier to getting started. The interface is simplified, onboarding is very quick, and most features are presented upfront. And the great thing is you don't need to search deeply to find tools or options, and that can make the platform feel less intimidating compared to more complex systems. At the same time, this design also shapes how people behave on the platform because information like charts, price movements, paper trading tools, and different investment categories are always visible. It is easier to interact with the market more often. Webull also highlights features like paper trading. They've got recurring investments and cash management tools directly within the platform. This makes it clear what's available and encourages users to engage with multiple features early on. For some budget investors, that structure feels supportive and educational, and for others, it can create a sense that they should always be doing something. Another platform budget investors often come across is Moomoo. Moomoo sits somewhere between beginner-friendly apps and more complex trading software. So when you click the link below and land on Moomoo's account page, you'll see two main features features highlighted at the top. The first is the cash sweep program. Moomoo shows that uninvested cash in the account can be enrolled into their cash sweep feature, which currently displays a promotional rate of up to 8.1% APY on eligible uninvested cash. This is not a return on investments, but a feature tied to how idle cash is handled inside the account and is presented as part of the onboarding experience. So we're also going to see a welcome bonus structure. So this section shows a tiered stock bonus that increases based on how much money is deposited into the account. So the chart on the right breaks this down clearly. Smaller deposits qualify for smaller stock bonuses, and larger cumulative deposits unlock higher bonus amounts, with the maximum tier shown at $1,000 in stock for the highest deposit level displayed on screen. These bonuses are tied to deposit thresholds, not market performance. What's important to notice here is how visually prominent these incentives are. Moomoo is very transparent about what you receive for opening and funding an account, and it puts those details front and center. So this design choice reflects how the platform positioned itself for new users, especially budget-conscious investors who want to see clear, immediate account features without digging through fine print. But if you do use our link down below, Charlie has a special offer for you. You can get up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock and 8.1% APY. So when you compare Moomoo and Webull using a fee chart like this, both platforms look very similar at first. Each offers 0 commissions on stocks and ETFs, and both keep basic trading costs low, which is why budget investors often end up choosing between them. And the difference shows up in what each platform emphasizes. Moomoo clearly highlights its fee structure, calling out per contract option costs and displaying margin rates directly. The focus feels comparison driven, encouraging users to look closely at costs and features before acting. Webull also offers low fees, but it places less emphasis on cost breakdowns and more on charts, price movement, and real-time market activity. Fees exist, but they're not the centerpiece of the experience. Both platforms lower the barrier to entry, so the real distinction is behavioral. Moomoo encourages evaluation and feature exploration, while Webull encourages frequent market awareness. For budget investors, the better choice is the one that supports staying disciplined, not the one that creates the most activity. One of the biggest differences between interactive brokers and many budget-friendly platforms is what they're built to prioritize. Interactive brokers focuses on pricing, structure, execution, and access. It's designed to give investors control without trying to influence how often they trade or what decisions they make. The platform stays neutral and assumes you'll decide how much or how little you want to use it. Other budget-friendly platforms tend to focus more on experience. They emphasize simplicity, visibility, and ease of use, which can make investing feel more approachable. At the same time, that design can encourage more frequent interaction even when it isn't necessary. For budget investors, this distinction matters because small behaviors, a platform that feels active can make constant checking feel productive. A platform that feels quieter can feel boring even when it supports long-term consistency. Neither approach is right or wrong. The important part is choosing the structure that helps you stay disciplined without feeling pushed to act. Where budget investors often struggle. Most issues budget investors experience don't come from choosing the wrong broker. They come from those unclear expectations. On simpler platforms, investors may feel tempted to act more often because information is constantly visible. On more advanced platforms like interactive brokers, investors may feel pressure to understand or use features they don't actually need just yet. In both cases, the platforms do not set limits for you. That responsibility belongs to the investor. Without personal rules, even low-cost platforms can become inefficient simply through overuse. Choosing between interactive brokers and other budget-friendly platforms comes down to how you prefer to interact with your investments. If you value minimal interference, infrequent action, and a platform that stays neutral in the background, interactive brokers may align better with that style. If you value clarity, ease of use, and visual feedback while learning, other platforms may feel more comfortable initially. Again, the goal is not to use every feature available. The goal is to choose an environment that makes it easier to stick to your plan without unnecessary stress or distraction. So when you're comparing interactive brokers to other brokers as a budget investor, the real question isn't which platform is best, it's which platform supports the behavior you actually want to stick with. Neither platform guarantees results, neither promises outcomes, they're just tools, and what matters is choosing the one that makes it easier for you to stay consistent without pressure. If you want to explore any of the platforms that we've talked about, I've linked all of them below so you can take a look yourself and decide which one fits your style. If this video helped you, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'm Erin from Your Money Friend. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.